What's up, guys? It's B Wade. Happy New Year to everybody. We have a ton of NBA games for Wednesday, New Year's Day. I have 5 different NBA picks I want to walk you guys through. Full transparency, we did not have our best day on New Year's Eve. We hit a couple picks, but we did not have the results that I usually shoot for. As far as spreads, money lines, all that I do in VIP and the Discord, we still continue to make money. Not the best day, but I still made a few $100s. I'm in the green, and that is always the goal. I always want to be transparent with you guys as well. So I am giving away a signed SGA jersey on here. I will tell you guys about that later in the video. Make sure to subscribe, though. I'm giving you guys picks for free every day, and we keep hitting. Let's get into these picks. All right, so I am starting with Alex R over 12.5 points. He's starting to get a little bit more comfortable in the NBA. And he's gone over this in 5 out of his last 7 games now. This game has, I want to say, the second highest over-under out of all the games on Wednesday. It's somewhere around 237, 238. This is going to be a high-scoring game. There will be a lot of points. There's going to be full stat sheets. Let's just put it that way. Chicago does not guard the power forward position very well. They don't guard either big men, power forward, or center. Alex R, I expect to play pretty well here and come out. His only game against Chicago so far this year, he actually had his best scoring game of the year. He has 2 20-point games. One of them came against Chicago previously. They don't guard big men well. I like Sar to go for at least 13 points in this matchup. I think this line's a couple points too low, and I'm grabbing it. Next, we're going to take Fred VanVleet over 4.5 rebounds. So he's hit this in 5 straight games now, 6 out of his last 7. And Dallas is in the bottom 10 as far as rebounding goes, but they also have Luka out right now. Luka's a solid rebounder, and losing him is going to open up some rebounds at that guard position. I think Fred VanVleet's able to grab, an extra 1 to 2 rebounds. He also, head-to-head, he only played them once so far this year. He got 5 rebounds in that game already. That was a couple months ago. I like him to come out with at least 5 rebounds in this game. No Luka definitely helps and makes me more confident in this pick. And then our third pick, I'm taking Jaden Ivey over 14.5 points. This line's too low. I get it. He's going against Orlando. Orlando's a great defensive team, but he's hit this 72% of the time this year. He's only missed it 8 times out of 29 games. And look, Orlando, number 2 in the league as far as points allowed overall, right? They're only giving up 103 points a game, but the shooting guard position is their one weakness. You look at every other position and, both guards, point guard and shooting guard. So I love that for Ivy. Again, we look at head-to-head. He's played them once so far this year. He dropped 19 points on them. So we're looking at players who are in good streaks recently. They're going against a team that is weak at defending their position, and they have a history of hitting against them this year, right? That is the trend with all 3 of these picks. I feel confident in them, and I'm locking that in. You'll see that slip on the screen here. We're getting just about 5.6x for this. I put it in on Underdog because Underdog is one of the best fantasy apps there is. Just hands down, they have the best payouts. They have the most props and picks that you can play for each player, anywhere between, for NBA, it's like 8 to 15 different props. NFL, you're going to get 12 to 20 different props. It's the best app, and they have the best sign-up offer where they're going to double your first deposit up to $1,000. That's the most that anyone will do. All you have to do is use code BWADE or use the link down below in the description. But you guys need to be on Underdog. Use that sign-up bonus. Take advantage of it. Double your bankroll. You will not regret it. Regarding that SGA jersey, I've already given a couple away. I just do it as a way to show my appreciation to you guys. We've been getting the views up lately because of your guys' engagement, your likes, your comments. Like, you don't know how much I appreciate it. It feels good. So all you have to do to win this jersey is subscribe to my channel, like this video, drop a comment. That's it. On January, it's 12th or 13th, like 2 Sundays away, I am going to do a randomized drawing of everybody that fulfills those requirements, and I'm going to send the jersey out to somebody. I've already sent out a signed Ray Lewis jersey and a signed Jamar Chase jersey, so this will be the 3rd one I'm doing, but make sure to subscribe, like, drop a comment, so you have a chance to win that jersey. Let's jump into these last 2 picks. So we're taking Okongwu over 11.5 points and assists. Now, this game has the highest over-under. You know, I already told you about the Washington Chicago game. I think the over-under is like 137. This one is somewhere in the 140s, which is crazy. I like Okongwu to go over 11.5 points and assists. He has hit this in 8 out of his last 9 games. And Denver, just in general, Denver gives up a ton of points, a ton of assists. Okongwu, when he played them earlier this year, this was the previous season. So this is only a game against them this year. He dropped 15 on them. He's hit it 8 out of 9 games. Denver's terrible at points, assists, all that. They give up a ton. People fill the stat sheet against them, and I like Okongwu to do that as well in this game against Denver. And then our last pick, I am taking Koulibaly. Sorry, sometimes when I look at his name I get tongue-tied. I know what it is, but so we're going over 4.5 assists. He's hit this in 7 straight games now. Chicago, I already said this is going to be a high-scoring game. There's going to be a lot of points, a lot of opportunities for assists. Chicago gives up the 27th most assists. There are 28.5 assists going around when people play Chicago. And his one game against them this year, he had 5 assists. I think, honestly, I expect him to end up with probably 6 to 7 assists in this game. His scoring got a little bit weird last game after being great for a few in a row. He only dropped 6 points. Honestly, I expect his points to bounce back as well. But I think his assists is a safer route. So I am going with assists here. We're going over 4.5. Just to look through a couple other picks I like real quick, and I'm not putting these on slips, but these are just some leans. I like DeAndre Hunter over 24.5 points, rebounds, and assists. You see here his streak he's on, how Denver is defensively in those stats. Look at Klay Thompson. I actually would fade Klay Thompson. Houston is a great defensive team. Klay's been in a slump, especially since Luka went out. And when we look at him head-to-head this year against Houston, he only put up 12 points in the other game he had against them. And then Josh Giddey over 7.5 assists. Like I already said, there's going to be a ton of assists to go around in this game. He hit it with 8 last time he played him, his only game this year. And then my last lean would be Clint Capella over 9.5 rebounds. He only went over this once in his last 7 games, but Denver gives up a ton of rebounds to the center position. He went over this when he just played him about a month ago. He had 10. So those are my 4 leans: Hunter, Klay Thomas, Josh Giddey, and Clint Capella. But looking back, the slip I'm gonna show you guys is Okongwu over 11.5 points and assists, and Koulibaly over 4.5 assists. And you'll see that slip on the screen here. We're getting 3x for this, which is pretty standard. We put this one on PrizePicks, and I really like PrizePicks because of all the promo picks they give us. They're giving us multiple free picks every week, multiple discounted picks every day. It's the easiest fantasy app to be profitable on, especially if you're strategic about how you put picks together. So you guys need to check it out. They will double your first deposit when you use code BWP, or just use the link down below in the description. But PrizePicks and Underdog should both be tools in your arsenal when putting these slips together, guys. One last thing, a tool that I'd love to use to just to make money is Daily Grind Fantasy, dgfantasy.com. I've been using them for over a year now. I make a couple extra $100 every week just taking the picks that they tell me to take. So check it out. I've partnered with them. You're going to get 25% off when you use code BWADE. So go to dgfantasy.com, check it out. You will not regret it. Appreciate you guys watching this video. Let's start the new year with a bang. Let's make some money. Make sure to subscribe, like, drop a comment down below so you're entered to win that SGA jersey, and let's make some fucking money.